Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of FoolCraft! It's been a little while since I played it. It's actually the day after Christmas today while I'm recording this, so I hope you'll forgive me if I seem a little more scatterbrained than usual. I recorded enough videos to give myself a little bit of time off over the holidays, so kind of coming back to everything is like, I don't know what I was doing. One thing I do remember, however, we got all our stuff, and it all rearranged itself. We finally got all the stuff from the Gaia Guardian 2 fight. So these are the 6 items that you can get. I was lucky and I didn't get any repeats, which is good. You don't actually get repeats. If you roll the dice and it lands on something that you already have, it just doesn't give you anything. You can only get these once and forever. Okay, so the Fruit of Grisea, I believe we already went over. It's basically, as long as you have mana somewhere in your inventory, you never need any other kind of food. You can always just eat this. And I'm full, so obviously I can't eat it right now. But this is the Eye of the Flugel. This isn't a great item. Like, this used to be really cool. You'd be able to save all kinds of destinations in it and like teleport around and stuff, and it was really cool. But unfortunately it got nerfed. So now if you have a destination saved in it by shift right clicking, which you can see that's my saved spot, if you hold right click, again, as long as you have mana, it will teleport you back to that spot. Unfortunately, it doesn't work across dimensions. So it's kind of, it's a little bit useless. I mean, if Botania is the only mod you're playing with, then yeah, sure, it can be useful. But if it's not, then yeah. We got this. This thing is really cool. It's called the Key of the King's Law. Let me go outside. I purposefully waited till it was dark to start filming so that I could show you how this works. Okay, so there's some mobs down there, and I'm holding right click and then let it go. All kinds of weapons just shooting out to make explosions. But notice, although it hurts the mobs, it doesn't do any damage to the terrain, which is great. Oh, you want some of this? Yeah, I didn't think you did. So that's really fun. This is also good for cleaning up after the Gaia fights, because, you know, there'll be all sorts of mobs left in the arena, and I don't want to have to go down and kill them one by one, so I just blast them with this thing. Oh, and we're hungry, so there we go. Never-ending food source. Love it. Okay, so the last 3 relics that you can get out of the Dice of Fate, we have the Ring of Odin, the Ring of Thor, and the Ring of Loki. And each of these has special properties. You can't look at them like this, but I believe Odin gives you extra health, Loki functions kind of like a builder's wand, and Thor, I think, lets you like upgrade your Terra Shatterer and stuff like that, so that you have a larger area of effect, which is cool. But the coolest thing about these is that you can combine them all together into the Ring of the Aesir. And you get a neat achievement, as the gods say. Yeah, so that kind of narrows it down to only 4 different, dropping this will break it down into its components. Oh, okay. So if you don't want this anymore, you can just go like this. And then you can put it back together. Easy peasy. So, as I mentioned before, these are all soulbound, and you can't ever get them ever again. So, a good idea is to make these soulbound. And to do that, you need an ender air bottle. Now to get this, you just go to the end with an empty bottle and you right click on any surface, any end stone or whatever's there, and it'll give you an ender air bottle. And then the pixie dust, of course, we did last time, and the vines are easy to do with our nature essence. That's the name of it. All right, and then what you want to do is just craft them like that. And now, if I die, I'll still hold on to these. They're not soulbound exactly, but they're the different definition of soulbound, which means that you can't lose them, which is great. I mean, not that I really die much anymore with our awesome armor and our laurel wreath and our cloak of sin and all that. But, you know, it's good. It's good to have. It's good to know. So today, let's put some of our stuff away here. Put it all in the tool bag. Probably don't need any of that. All right. So today I kind of wanted to go backwards a little bit in our Britannia kind of methodology. What you should really do before you go and fight the Gaia Guardian 2 6 different times is you should have a better mana setup than this. I just kind of left it like this because I had plans to do more things to it. So what I have done so far is I've basically set up another area up here where we can have some mana producing flowers. And I want to use more than one kind of flower. Not because we need to, but because I think automating more than one kind of flower will be more fun. And that's just me. So one of the things we're going to automate are these endo flames. They are already automated with the putting the coal in the chest and all that, but there are better ways to automate this. And we are going to go through that. And then also, I want to automate the thermalily. Yes, the thermalily. Now, thermalilies are really cool. Let's get some runes together. And we can make some. And what was it? An earth. We'll just make one for now, and then we'll make more later. Thermalily. And it takes 1 red petal and 2 orange. Once we get our mana production up and running, let's grab some seeds as well. I also want to set up an automated flower petal system to go with our automated living rock and living wood system, which I actually shut down because we're full. We are full up, and it was just getting backed up in the system. So, all right. And some seeds. Nice. Okay, so the thermalily. Let's go up here. Automating this is going to be a little bit of a challenge because it's kind of a picky, it's a picky sort of flower. To power it, it needs lava, which is fairly easy to obtain. We have, where is it? Lava. To make a lava bucket, we can just use fire essence around a bucket, and we're growing plenty of fire essence. So there's no problems with that. Ooh, fluid transposer too. So we can use the lava bucket just in a dispenser, I think it is, and that will put down lava for us. But So the thermalily will suck up the lava, just like a hydrangea sucks up water. And it will use that to create mana. But then it goes into a cooldown period. And the cooldown period is about 5 minutes, which is a long time in Botania. And if it has lava near it, anytime during that 5 minutes, it will suck up that lava, but it won't produce any mana. And also, it will, whatchamacallit? I told you I was going to be scatterbrained today. It'll start the cooldown period again. So you won't get any mana, but it won't be able to go for another 5 minutes. So we need to set up a timer system so that this only gets mana once every 5 minutes. To do that, I think we can use... Oh, wow. I forget what it's called. Wow, my brain is really misfiring today. An hourglass? Yes. So Botania has this hovering hourglass that you can make if you have everything you need. We need some mana glass. And it functions as a timer. And there's different ways that you can set the times. You can put different amounts of sand and even different kinds of sand for different periods of time. All right, there we go. Hovering hourglass. Let's look this up. Here we go. Hovering hourglass. Okay, sand is 1 second, red sand is 10 seconds, and soul sand is 1 minute. So if we grab soul sand, now unfortunately you can't mix the types of sand. So you can't do like 5 soul sand plus a regular sand. Okay. I didn't leave myself much space up here, did I? So anyway, I'll just put it down. So you can see when I put the soul sand in here, in 5 minutes, all this will drain from the top to the bottom, and then this will flip over. And that will make an effective timer for the thermalily. And there's 2 ways, actually no. I was thinking the thermalily can be turned on and off by a redstone signal, but it's not made with a redstone root, so redstone will not affect it. So what we have to do is set this hovering hourglass, which sends out a redstone signal every time it flips over. And we have to hook that up to the dispenser in order to dispense the lava for the thermalily to eat. Okay, and you can see the top is getting a little bit shorter and the bottom part is getting a little bit bigger. So that's cool. So the thing about the thermalily is that it creates a ton of mana. So we're gonna need some improved mana spreaders. I thought there was a Gaia mana spreader. Oh, it's this one. Yep, okay. This is the best mana spreader you can get. So let's make some elven mana spreaders, which we have to do with Dreamwood and Elementium. To get Dreamwood, you know what? Let's just get a stack. Whoa. We just take living wood, throw it through the portal. I was wrong. It might actually be living wood planks that we then really? All right. I have forgotten how to make Dreamwood. Let's see. Actually, let's just look. No. we go. Dreamwood planks. You don't... Nope. Dream. Okay, the resources of Alfheim. That's why we couldn't hear it. Okay. Alright. 1 living wood equals 1 dream wood. Well then... Oh! I see what the problem is. I don't have enough mana in the pools to make the trade. That's something you've got to watch out for. You got to make sure your mana pools always have mana. Let's go ahead and put this spark augment back on here so the mana in this mana pool will head... Ah, there, see? Oh, thank goodness. It just took a little bit. Oh. I was a little nervous there. Like, why isn't it working? Okay, so let's grab some mana steel. And do 32 of these, because we need these to make the elven spreaders as well. Alright, and we're gonna need... Let's just make a bunch of these. Alright, elven mana spreader. Oh, we need some petals. What do we have a lot of? Those. That'll be good. Okay, so... petals. Alright, so now we have some elven mana spreaders. And these are better than these. They hold more mana in them, and they can... shoot it out faster. Like, they shoot out faster bursts. Not faster. They shoot out more powerful bursts. The bursts are actually slower because they take more time. Yes, slower because they take more time. My goodness. Alright, so the Gaia Mana Spreader. We need some Dragonstones. I don't believe we have any. Those are mana diamonds. Okay. We should have plenty of those after our Gaia Guardian fights. I think it's 1 for 1 for these. So let's go ahead and toss those in. Perfect. Alright. So, Dragonstones. Alright, Gaia Mana Spreader. So, like I mentioned, I have made this little dirt patch up here because this is where I want all of the mana production to come from. And then I will have a mana spreader here connected to these pools. And I'll change that in a minute. And these pools will feed this, which will go downstairs to feed into this. And we can make a battery out of this later as well. Let's... Whoop. Am I in bind mode? Yes. Alright, so now that mana spreader is bound to this pool. Nice. And we're gonna want a spreader for each of these. Yeah. All right, very cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually going to move this upstairs and then get ready to make a few improvements on it, and then also get ready to actually automate that thermalily. I will bring you back when that's all ready to go. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're back, And I've set these up here. So you can see it's pretty much the same setup, but there's something missing here. And that is the open crate. And that is because I actually want to do a different kind of crate. Let's see. Okay. What we need here is the crafty crate. The crafty crate is dreamwood planks and a crafting station. Super simple, right? If we have any... We do have some dreamwood left, right? Yes. I believe we'll only need that many. Okay, and then a crafting station, and there's our crafty crate. So, if we go back upstairs... This functions exactly in the same way as the open crate, except it will craft things for you. It has a 3x3 crafting grid basically inside this. So what you can do is feed items into it in a certain order and it can craft things for you. If you wanted to, if you had milk and sugar and flour and all those things, you could craft cakes. And that would work really well for the cakey mirrors, which are a different kind of generating flour. But for now, I just want to generate blocks of coal. Yup. These will burn blocks of coal for much, much longer than single coal, which is great. But it also gives us another problem, and that is that stuff on here might despawn before these eat it, and that would be terrible. So, oh, and you can see the cool looking mana bursts coming down from above and filling up these pools. I put sparks, I put pools down, and then I put sparks on them, and then I put the recessive spark here. Recessive spark augment here on the middle one. So now it's filling up all these pools, and this will be kind of like a mana battery for us. And we'll be able to add more pools later as well. We'll probably be able to put it right up to the ceiling if we wanted to. Have a ton of mana on tap. Alright, so what was I doing? Cannot remember. Oh. Let's get the mana out of this pool, so that we can pick this up and get it out of the way. Oh, yes, the problem of this. Yeah, okay, so what we need to fix that is a flower called a hopper hawk. What the hopper hawk does is it basically sucks up any items around it and then puts it into any nearby inventory. You can see we need 2 mystical gray petals, 2 light gray petals, we need a rune of air, and we need a redstone root. The redstone root, super easy to make, just redstone and some grass. So let's hope we have enough petals. Looks like we do for now. Redstone root. We need grass. You can infuse a dead bush to make grass, but it looks like you can't make it out of nature essence, which is kind of disappointing. However, you can cut your own simply by using a pair of shears. So let's grab those. Even though I'm in a desert biome, there is luckily some... Oh, I don't know if damp grass is gonna work. There we go. That's regular grass. We'll just use that. Back over here. And then grab some redstone. There we have our first redstone root. Okay, so we needed a rune, and I don't remember which one it was. It's a rune of air. Okay, that makes sense, because it's air, like a vacuum. Air, and we do have one. Great. All right, so let's get this flower going. And like that, and like that. Great, okay. Oop, can't do the seeds yet. Rune of air. Now we can do the seeds. All right, now we've got a hopper hawk. Yay! We're also going to need an item frame. Perfect. And... Alright, so the only thing we want this hopper hawk to pick up, and we're going to have to do it... We have to get a little bit creative here. Actually, we don't have to get that creative because I made that extra floating flower. So we can take that and turn it into a floating hopper hawk. All right, very nice. Okay, so you can see it picked that one up already, which it wasn't supposed to do, but that's okay. Actually, let's put this down first. If you put an item in an item frame next to the hopper hawk, that means that it knows that that's the item it's supposed to pick up, so it won't pick up anything else. So like if we put the hopper hawk down, that's not how we do it. And we put something else on the ground, say this open crate. Actually, the flowers might eat that. It will only pick up the coal blocks. It will not pick up the mana pool. So that's cool. Oops. Now it's got a piece of wool there. That's not right. So the only problem with this now is that it's actually picking stuff up too quickly. And I'm trying to figure out why. But that may be a question for the next episode. Because that is unfortunately all the time we have for today. Next episode, we will come back and finish automating our endotherm. These guys, they're endoflames. Yes, we will come back and we will finish doing these endoflames, and then oh, maybe it wasn't picking them up. Maybe it's just burning them really quickly. And we will start automating the thermalily. Very exciting. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.